Every night Arav took the same train home after work. It was late, and the platforms were usually quiet, almost deserted except for a few tired faces. He had grown used to the routine, the screech of the brakes, the faint hum of the fluorescent lights, the rocking motion as the train slid into the darkness of the outskirts. But on one particular night, something felt different the moment he stepped inside. The carriage was full, but it was eerily silent. People sat side by side without speaking, without even shifting in their seats. Their faces were pale, their expressions blank, like masks strained of life. A woman clutched a bouquet of flowers that looked like they had been dried for decades. A child sat still with a toy soldier so faded it seemed older than him, and the ticket collector walked past in a stiff, almost floating way, his uniform strangely outdated. Arav tried to brush it off as his imagination, but a knees pressed harder on him with every passing minute. He pulled out his phone only to find the screen empty of signal. No bars, no internet, nothing. Outside the window, there was no city, no lights, only endless blackness stretching in every direction. And then he noticed something else. The reflections on the glass didn't match the passengers sitting inside. Shapes moved differently, like shadows that belonged to another world. His chest tightened as he looked away, pretending not to notice, but fear was already crawling under his skin. The train slowed down at the next stop, and new passengers stepped inside. Arav's heart skipped a beat when he recognized one of them, an old neighbor he remembered attending the funeral of years ago. The man sat just a few seats away, his eyes distant, his body damp as though he had walked through rain. Arav froze, suddenly realizing what was happening. The bouquet, the toy, the silence, the vacant stares, these weren't living people. They were souls, quietly making their final journey. When the train stopped again, Arav tried to get off. He pulled at the doors, but they were freezing cold, refusing to move no matter how hard he pushed. Nobody else reacted. They just stared forward, waiting. Finally, the old man turned his head toward Arav. His voice was low and heavy, but gentle too. When he whispered, "You shouldn't be here yet." A chill ran through Arav's body. He stumbled back, clutching the seat for balance. The air grew colder, and outside the window, there was no world at all, just an endless swirling void. Suddenly the lights flickered so violently he thought they would go out. And then, silence. The carriage was empty. The bouquet, the child, the old man, everyone was gone. He was sitting alone in the middle of the train. The doors opened at his usual station. Arav staggered out, gulping the night air as the train slid away into the darkness behind him. He stood there for a long time, shaken, staring at the tracks until the sound of the wheels faded into nothing.
From that night on, Arav never took the last train again. He didn't tell anyone what happened who would believe him. But deep down, he knew the truth. That train still ran every night, carrying its silent passengers to a place far beyond the living.